it's Sherry G. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you hit the like button on your way in. If not, please go ahead and do that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell because I will be back. Keep in mind that the views expressed in this video are all alleged of my opinion and those who choose to comment down in the comment section below. And it's all for entertainment purposes. So today I do want to do some commentary on that little video clip that was going around of Martell when he met up with the Fletchers and he was having a conversation with them. They were eating and Nell Fletcher asked him how dating life was going. I know a few other people have done commentary on it, but I want to do some commentary on it too. So because yeah, I have my thoughts too. So I just want to share those with you and see how you guys feel about it. So let's go ahead and take a listen. It's a really short clip. It's about 40 seconds. And then we'll go ahead and talk about it.
We'll have the single life. I don't like it. Are you dating exclusive or? No. I'm just enjoying myself right now. I'm not exclusive with anybody. I want to be tied down right now. Unless I find that specific one that I feel that has changed my heart, my mind, that, okay, I want to jump back into this thing right now because ultimately I want to be married again. I definitely want to be married again. And I know it's tough. It's a challenge and things of that nature, but it's good to have a significant other, building together, growing together. I'm planning on proposing this year. Love and marriage husband.
Well, first of all, I found it interesting that she asked him about dating and he just went from there and he jumped into marriage. She never really asked him about marriage. She just asked how the dating life was going and if he was dating anyone exclusive. Yeah, but anyway. But this particular clip, this particular piece just proves where Martell is mentally. And I mean, he was full of contradictions. In just 40 seconds, he gave so many different contradictions. When she started off asking him how the dating life was going, he goes, I don't like it. And then he says, I'm just enjoying myself right now. You don't like it, but you're enjoying yourself. Make it make sense, okay? Like I said, this just to me shows where he is mentally. And then, he said that he wasn't dating anyone exclusive right now because he just didn't want to be tied down at this particular point in time. And then he said, but he would like to be married. He goes on talking about how he would love to be, in a marriage, in a partnership, working together, building together, etc., and things of that nature. Because when he was married to Mel, he had all of that. But allegedly, it really wasn't together because she was the one that was doing all the building of their businesses. She was the one who was doing all the working of their businesses. And so people like to say, or some have said in their opinion, whenever he says and things of that nature, it comes after he's telling a lie. So I just thought it was pretty interesting how when he was talking about building together, having a partnership together, and he said things of that nature. I'm like, yeah, because you allegedly weren't doing any of those things. Your wife had you out on Front Street looking good. Like you were in front of everyone looking good, but really you were running around doing all sorts of things, allegedly. So anyway, he goes on to say, again, he says that it's a challenge, but he plans on putting a ring on it by the end of this year. So I guess Mr. Martell is going to be in an accelerated dating program, or maybe he's going to join one of those shows, those dating shows. What is it? Married at First Sight, those type of things. But yeah, so like I said, this particular clip to me, although it was so short, it tells of what's going on in the mind of Martell. And I, in my opinion, believe that he truly wants to be married and at the same time wants to be single, because that is the behavior that he displayed when he was married, because allegedly he was a serial cheater anyway, and then he had that long spurt of a relationship with Ariane, and he was probably allegedly seeing other people when he was seeing Ariane and married to Melody. So anyway, I do believe when Mel says that he tries to put her down in front of all his supposed friends, but in the back he's still trying to get back with her. I believe that too, because when he says that it's hard and he doesn't like it and it's challenging, I honestly believe, in my opinion, that he misses what he had with Mel, and he's having a hard time finding that. Because when he got with Mel, she was young, and she was just learning things, and she was just building. And so at that time, it was easier for him to grab a hold of her mind and to manipulate her, in my opinion. Someone that he would find right now that would be just as established as Mel is and has it going on as Mel does would be a little more difficult, perhaps, to manipulate. Not that he couldn't, but it would just be more difficult to find that person that's established and where he was able to pull them into a relationship and then marry them and have the same things that he has with Mel, allegedly. And I don't think that what he had with Sheree was actually real anyway. I think that would be the closest thing that we know of a relationship that would be like what he was looking for, because we know he's already made a claim that the woman that he's with has to at least make $50,000. So anyway, yeah, that's Martell for you. But I do believe that he does miss what he had with Melody. And I do believe that he is allegedly, and in my opinion, telling her that he wants to get back with her and that he's holding out hope for that. And I think that little thing at the end of the clip where he says, I plan on getting engaged this week, was just, I'm sorry, this year. God, I hope it's not this week. But this year is because he's throwing out these little things to Mel, and she doesn't care. And someone said in a comment on another content creator's page that Melody had an unforgiving heart. And I don't know what they meant by that. But here's the thing about forgiveness. You can forgive someone, but that doesn't mean you have to subject yourself to their same ill treatments of you, especially when you know that this person has not changed. And in the case of Melody and Martell, she knows that he hasn't changed. She's seen the way. I mean, we've seen how he's treated her on the show in front of everyone on national television. And then we've seen the back and forth in social media, especially with him. Like, she doesn't really say anything out loud, but it's with him, or it was at one point with him, in my opinion. But for Mel, and for anyone, once you forgive someone and you know that their treatment of you was just abrasive, you don't have to subject yourself to that treatment. It just means that, you're just not lashing at them because of the treatment. Like you're over it, kind of like, I can love you with a long handled spoon, so to speak, type of thing, but you don't have to be in their presence anymore, especially when you know that they are still the same. And I don't believe that Mel will ever go back to Martell, ever. So I feel like he just needs to just get that thought out of his head, if that is a thought that he has in his head. And for those people who are wishing them back together, the thing is, Mel knows what it's like to live with him, and now she knows what it's like to live without him. She knows what it's like to not be able to have your own thoughts, to what it's like to have your own thoughts. She knows what it's like to live in an abrasive, toxic situation. Wow, that's a mouthful. to living in a peaceful, non-toxic situation. She knows what it's like, to just be able to enjoy yourself, your own company. And this has nothing to do with the man. And someone actually said that Mel likes being by herself too much. She'll never be with a man. I don't think she has a man because she likes being by herself. And to me, it's some women. I mean, to think you have to have a man, that is, in my opinion, like, I love that my husband's here. I love that I have my husband and I love him, but I enjoy my alone time too. Just my time to be by myself, have my own thoughts, work on the things that I'm working on and doing the things that I'm doing. And he enjoys having his own time too. Like, we love each other dearly, but we're not just like, oh my God, I can't do anything without you. Like, we're not like that, or I'm not like that. And I never have been like that, actually. I've never been like that. I've always enjoyed my own time. I just couldn't, when I was a child, I couldn't wait to just break away from the rest of the children. I'm the oldest of 5, and to just have my own time, my own thoughts, to get in my imagination, to create the things that I wanted to create and do the things that I wanted to do without worrying about anybody else. And that's how I've always maneuvered through relationships, friendships. I've always been like that. Like, we can pick up the phone and pick up where we left off, but I don't need to talk to you every single day. That's how I am with my friendships. I just like that. So I understand that about Melody. Yeah, I understand that. So that the man, her having this boo, would just be the cherry on top of the cake, right? Or the icing on the cake, or whatever it is. But yeah, the man, your partner, enhances your life, but they're not your life. They're not supposed to be your life. You're supposed to have a life and a purpose all on your own, and then they just enhance that. You being able to work through life together, partner together, is an enhancement to what you are already purposed. It's an enhancement to what you were already called to do, right? An enhancement to what your purpose already is. That's what being evenly yoked. Like, you're evenly yoked. You're working towards something together. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I just wanted to drop by and just give some really quick commentary because, like, I've just been thinking about this clip, and it was just so, I don't know, it was a revelation to me of where Martell is mentally. Like, he's all over the place. Like, I want to be married, but I don't. It's hard. It's difficult. I don't like it. Oh, but I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, because we need to keep him in our prayers, because yeah, it's his mind is everywhere. But I don't know. Maybe he will put a ring on it with somebody by the end of this year. There's hope. Anyway, guys, if you haven't done so, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, because I will be back. But that's all I have for you today. Until next time, ciao.